He's Bill Ryder, and he's Ryder than you.
The program Ryder than you, sometimes.
He's a fan.
I love sports so much.
He's in your face.
I will destroy those obnoxiously arrogant, clueless, tone-deaf superstars who are marginal players, good players, who made careers, who think they're Hall of Famers.
He's nice.
I promise, we're nice here.
He's humble.
I think I'm pretty good if you're on the show about admitting if I got it wrong.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Bill Ryder.
Very humble. Extraordinarily humble. Welcome into the show. Bill Ryder with you. Harry Potter reference incoming. It's going to be cool again. HBO's doing a big series at the end of the year. The podcast that lived. This baby's alive, baby. Let's go. Some of you are worried. I got a new job. Don't worry about it. This podcast will continue. It is continuing. BillRyder.substack.com. BillRyder.substack.com. Free pods over there. Paid pods over there. Today's podcast will probably be behind the paywall because it's one of our top guests. Literally my favorite person in the world after like 10,000 other people. Incredibly talented guy. Just won a Pulitzer Prize. Longtime sports writer. And lucky for him, bummer for me, my closest friend. Well, you know what? That's for Reid Forgrave. He gets one of those. Congratulations on me being your closer. How did you get so lucky? Good morning. What's up?
Man, the humility is real, man. The humble is since college the first word on your lifetime resume. What's up, Bill
Were you
Ryder?
gonna say on my gravestone? Where were you going with that?
I was gonna say lifetime resume. Bro, you don't know the phrase lifetime resume?
With you, man?
What are you talking about? That's where Pulitzers come from, baby. Lifetime resume. Good. Yeah, right. What's
By
up,
the way,
Billy?
We'll get to this. I want to we're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk some sports. We're also gonna have a very serious conversation. Reid is one of the most talented, accomplished journalists, capital J, in the country. That's been true for a long time. It has now been recognized at the highest levels of his, and I guess our question mark. Am I still a journalist? Profession, Pulitzer Prize winner, with a group of other reporters at the Minneapolis Star-Tribune for covering something horrific. And so we're going to talk about how you balance the joy of an accomplishment like that with the sorrow of covering something that is horrifying and doing it with great, I thought, grace and dignity and humanity, as did the Pulitzer Board. Also the same week, for different work, Reid won another major award. So fancy schmancy Forgrave over here with the award. We'll get to that. I'm going to do you like jazz? Remember we lived in Little Rock and there was a jazz bar near me and we never went? Do you like jazz?
Yeah, and it was cool. I mean, I like jazz. I don't like frequently listen to jazz, but I wish I did. I feel like it's one of those things that, like, I wish I got into more. And you lived in Kansas City forever, which has some of the best jazz bars in the country. Come on, man.
I've lived around some of the best jazz in the country. I've seen jazz twice. It makes me unqualified for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I almost gave the phone number. That's the other show. Can't call in. I'll give Reid's phone number. It's 51. No, just kidding. We're going to do a jazz version of Buy or Sell, where I'm just going to beat it, bop, bop, bop. I'm just going to make it up as we go at the end of the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Buy or Sell. If we're on the topic of music, bro. I love the shirt.
It looks good.
If we're on the topic of music, this past weekend I saw one of your all-time favorite musicians at a small club, and it was great.
J. Roddy
Walston.
Yeah. How was he?
He was great. I was a little bit worried because his band broke up.
He looked
6
rough,
years ago.
man.
Yeah, I think he looks rough. He's like, he could lose 20 pounds, but who couldn't? I'm one of those guys.
I couldn't.
He was awesome. He held the crowd. It was awesome. It was just like, some dirty Southern rock. Real fun.
I won't retell this entire story, but I haven't talked to you. We used to talk every day, and then you won a Pulitzer Prize, and I can't get you on the phone.
I got about 2 more minutes before I got to go, by the way.
Here, let me very quickly, I took Henry. Everyone knows this. I told the story yesterday. I took Henry to Marcelo Hernandez on Sunday. I didn't really want to go, but Lori is a huge SNL fan. She and Henry watch Marcelo all the time on Saturday Night Live. It was Netflix is a joke. It's a week of comedy shows. It was at the Hollywood Bowl. Henry never been to the Hollywood Bowl, and Henry and Lori love Marcelo's Netflix special, the first one. This is the second one. Lori made me go. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to do it, but it was Mother's Day, and 2 months ago, she played the Mother's Day card. We show up. The whole thing was in Spanish. My son was crushed. Lori and I are in huge disagreement who is to blame for this. It was awful.
That's awesome.
I mean, I had a great time with Henry. It was beautiful.
I love that. That's so funny.
Henry's like, oh, dude, he was so sad. Okay. You like that Henry's sad? wrong with
It's a
you,
good
dude?
story.
All right.
I mean, I tell you what, that's a better story. You will remember that story 20 years from now. You
Forever.
might not remember the content of the show if it were in English.
Dude, to the listeners, I'm sorry. I know I told this yesterday. The first act, we wait like 2 or 3 hours. By the way, have you been to the Hollywood Bowl? It is the greatest venue I've ever been to.
No, I want to.
It's
I want to.
extraordinary.
It sounds awesome.
It's extraordinary. We get there. We have the picnic stuff. We spent some money on the box seats. Obviously, I now have a job, but didn't have a job and didn't have any money. We're like, okay, whatever. And the first act comes out, and he speaks in Spanish for 20 minutes. And Henry's like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, it's just Marcelo's bilingual, and he's supporting Spanish-speaking artists and comedians. It's awesome. Then the next act, warm-up act comes out. She speaks for 40 minutes, Spanish, 3 English words. I'm like, same thing. I didn't even occur to me that Lori would put me in this position, or I would have screwed that up. Okay, moving on, Lori. Unbelievable. I have this operating theory on baseball versus basketball, and full disclosure, I'm in a weird headspace with hoops because, and I've told you this, Reid, and I've told the audience, I did not like working at CBS Sports my last couple of years. I did not enjoy it or enjoy the people and the culture change. And by the way, you work there. You don't want to probably be as forthcoming as I am, but you are aware of what I am speaking to a degree, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it kind of ruined basketball for me for a while. I didn't watch a lot of hoops in the regular season this year. I have been watching baseball for fun. Now I have a job in LA doing LA radio, and that means it's going to be all Lakers and it's going to be all Dodgers, and probably not in that order. It's been joyous watching baseball with sort of an eye to work again. So that's my bias, okay? And I told this to Lori,
Sure.
But again, haven't gotten you on the phone, and since you want a Pulitzer, it's fine, not a big deal. You do you. In fairness, I'm the one who can't answer the phone because I'm busy. I started watching the Lakers playoffs games knowing I was going to do this job. And to my surprise, it was really fun. Like, I love it.
Yeah.
And it just speaks to who you're doing it for, right? It's not that anyone feels bad for us watching sports for a living, but as you were a longtime former sports writer, now you do serious journalism. Yeah.
Any job, no matter how fun it is, becomes a job, right? And being a sports writer is fun. Like there's a thrill to it, but it becomes like, okay, it's time to go to work. And when the work environment becomes negative or toxic or whatever that word might be, it colors everything. So I hear you. And I think a year ago, I was telling you, I'm like, you're going to love the NBA again because the NBA is super
did
fun.
call it.
Did you, by the way, read the really long Atlantic article by Tim Alberta just a few days ago about Adam Silver? It's about the state of the NBA. It's really well done. I meant to send it to you.
I'm going to save it.
It's basically it's basically about the NBA being in crisis right now. And talking about how Adam Silver's his North Star is making money, and the NBA has made money, but at the same time, the product, like the revenue for the NBA has grown almost exponentially under Adam Silver's
reign. Sounds great, dude. I don't see it. I'll find it later.
All these crises that have been going on. And what's interesting is I feel like 6 or 7 years ago, these were the articles that were always being written about baseball. And in a way, it's flipped. Baseball, with all the changes the past few years, has, I think, had a renaissance.
Can I give you my theory? And you can, because you're leaning right into it. I think that baseball has passed basketball as a product. By the way, not interested in this conversation from the people who want to make it political, right? Like, I have friends and colleagues who just want to make this a political conversation, mostly about basketball. I'm just talking the sport, right? I think baseball has passed basketball, or I just think it has as a product. And again, I told you my biases, but I think it was a really rough regular season for the NBA for all the reasons that I'm sure in the article and all the things that we've talked about on the pod. Despite some of the sweeps and the blowouts, I really just at the hands of the Thunder, I think these playoffs have been amazing. And I think as bad as the NBA regular season's been, the NBA playoffs are really good right now. They're fun.
I have a tough time with both baseball and basketball watching the regular season because 82 games in the NBA, 162 in baseball.
See, I watch Dodgers.
It's exhausting.
Would it be different if you were in LA? Because the
Dodgers.
If I
lived in LA, and by the way, my bias, hate the Dodgers now. Hate what they stand for.
Do you
love? What am I trying to? Love the history. Love the stadium. I think.
Dude, I'm a Dodgers fan now.
In my mind,
did I say this?
Baseball's biggest issue is everything the Dodgers stand for. That I live in a mid to small market city here in Minneapolis.
I thought it was a top 5 American city. Reid once told me that
but we're talking